Hi, everybody. We got Outdoor Adventures with Kerri here hanging out tonight. She's here. It's her first time going live, so everybody make sure to say hi.
Hey, guys. What's up?
See, we got lots of people in here. Oops. No. All right, here we go. I got to wait so I can see the comments here. I see we got Bobby in here, Karen, Holly Dolly, Treasure Hunter, John Wiggs,
Hey, everybody.
Bugman22, Melinda Dobson, Piggy's Piddles, Mike's Fishing Home.
Hi, guys.
Aaron's in here. Aline, welcome to my kitchen. Did I say John Wiggs? If not, John Wiggs. So looks like we got 24 people in here right now. And I want to thank everybody. I know this isn't a normal live time that I usually do. You know, sometimes if I do these, I'll be doing fishing. But I wanted to get Kerri to go live because she started a channel here recently, pretty recent. And wanted to get on and kind of talk to her about her channel, her experiences, what she's got going on. And if you guys have any questions for Kerri too, feel free to ask them in the chat. And maybe Kerri will answer them or maybe she won't. I don't know.
I'll do my best.
But why don't you tell, I don't know, just like a little bit about yourself.
All right. So
where are you located? What's your channel about? What do you enjoy doing?
All right. So my channel is a little bit about I like to do outdoor stuff. I like to spend my time outside. So fishing, hiking, kayaking, or just sitting by the water is kind of my thing. And I'm located in central Oklahoma. So kind of like just smack dab in the middle of the
That's
state.
what central means.
Yeah. Just right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was lucky enough. The 2 times I've been to Oklahoma, I've been lucky enough to hang out with you.
Yes, yeah. I've been lucky enough to hang out with you. Next, we've got to get Amanda down here.
We'll do that. We're going to. Yeah, because the first time was for Shoot Day Fest.
Yes.
And then the last the comments aren't even coming up on your phone. Let's try to do this.
Be careful. Block people easy.
Here we go. All right. So there's a lot of people in here that have been talking, and Amanda's phone wasn't even showing me so I had to restart. But the first time was for Shoot Day Fest, and then the second time, when I was down there visiting the ranch, me, Jared, and Mullet Man got to come out and fish with you.
Yes, and Mullet Man's in the chat. I did see his name pop up in there. What's up, Preston? Thanks for joining.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
It's been a blast. It was a blast having you guys come out, showing you a little bit of Oklahoma catfishing, what it's like. Even though we didn't catch anything,
we tried.
We caught a good time. Okay.
We did. We had fun. None of us got bit by anything.
Correct.
Literally, we didn't get any bites. We didn't. Our bait. Well, I had some bites. I had a couple rips.
Yeah, you did. Jangle.
But didn't get anything. I attribute that to my hooks. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
So now that I've had the new hooks on that I started using, I've been having a good old time. But let's see here. We got Don in here. Twisted Art Lady. Hello. Ryan Smith's Fishing and Sports. Terry Lapine. Fishing with Big Mike's in here. Tiffany B. Kentucky Bluegrass Living. What's up, buddy? I'm just seeing if there's anybody new that came in. They haven't. Jesus Girls in here. The Jewish Redneck Prepper is in here. Hello. Holly Dolly says, I'm in South Central Oklahoma.
Oh,
That's cool. Got lots of Oklahoma people.
hey, girl, hey.
Oh, and if you have a question, if you could use the red question marks that are in the icon things, use those. That way it pops up there. But I do see Karen's here. It says, Kerri, do you have a family?
Yeah, so I am a single mom, and I have 2 little girls. They're 10 and 12. So yeah, that's my crew. They are my mini me's, and you'll see a little bit more of them. I've been kind of slow to introduce them to the internet because it's the internet, and I think everyone in this chat can agree. You know, you kind of got to take it slow with kids and stuff. But I slowly I'll be introducing, you know, my family to you guys and letting you guys get kind of acquainted. And slowly.
I was slow with it too. Mm-hmm. People didn't know that Amanda and the kids existed for months. So, and I saw Preston said that he thinks that you're a better catfisher than I am. And I don't disagree that.
Oh, well, thank you. That's a huge compliment from both of you. I have not caught a fish as big as you, though. Yeah. But my freezer is full.
Your freezer is full. We fish for different reasons, though.
Correct. Yeah, I fish for food, you know. I mean, once the freezer's full, then I want, you know, I really do want to catch a monster catfish. And not with my hands. I'm not a noodler. But yeah, I do want to catch a monster for sure, like what you catch, and have that sucker mounted.
I would like to do noodling. There was actually a noodling competition in Oklahoma when I was down there.
Oh, yeah.
It was that Saturday that we came out.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I think we have them, I mean, to be fair, like all over the place. And there's guys that they have noodling guides, like they know the spots or the holes where the fish are. The only way I think I could ever actually noodle is if like they had a camera and could guarantee me that that was a fish in that hole and not like a beaver or, you know, bless you.
Thank you.
She does this to me all the time. We're not even outside right now. And she's sitting here sneezing. Anyways, I want to say hello to MT Homestead too.
Hi, MT Homestead.
He's in here right now. And let's see here.
Thank you all.
Can somebody do me a favor too? And can they get Kerri's link in here too, so you guys can go over and check her out? Now, why don't you kind of tell people what you have going on with your channel? Like, I know you kind of said what you were doing, but I know like you've been kind of doing a little bit of like trying to do some funny like shorts and stuff too, right?
Yeah. So, my channel originally started, I wanted to do like kayaking and outdoor stuff. And then the more I got into YouTube, the more I realized it was like my new form of social media. And I kind of wanted to, I didn't want to just share like the fishing stuff or the kayaking stuff. I wanted to share like, you know, my personality and then a little bit about like who I am so you can get to know me. So I kind of have 3 different things going on. I've got outdoor stuff. I've got, you know, a part where I call it Let's Talk, where I just kind of talk about either something I'm going through, have been through, or an idea. And then the other thing that's kind of going on is the comedy thing, a little bit of improv sketch comedy. I love stand-up. I love to laugh. And I, you know, really kind of like to make a fool of myself at times. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I do that. I make a fool out of myself all the time. I just don't even care.
It's
fun.
I
think that's what makes it good is when people don't care. Mm-hmm. But Amanda knows. She'll back me up 100% on that. I'm always making a fool of myself.
Life is a lot more fun, that way when you don't take yourself too seriously, I think,
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I want to say, I see we got a couple more. We got MT Homestead in here. We got Ashley Brady, Dot Roper, Fishing with JBT, who I will be fishing against here pretty soon.
Ooh.
We're going to be doing some channel cat. He's down in Texas. John Wigg says Amanda is allergic to Maddie. That's probably true.
I see Forgotten Black Sheep said, wasn't that when the guy was killed by his noodling friend when you were at the ranch? It was around that time. Yes, it was that same weekend. That guy was killed on the South Canadian River, and I took the men to the North Canadian River. So everything was okay.
There you go. But yeah, I didn't know about that.
And that guy, that happened because of Bigfoot was involved. You'll have to read the news story.
Oh, Bigfoot was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Will be for my other channel.
We can really dive into that over
We
there.
can.
Yeah.
We can. We're not going to hit on Bigfoot tomorrow night, though.
Okay.
But we will. And let's see here. We got lots of comments in here.
I just want to say hi to everybody. I see you guys saying hi, and thank you to everybody who's saying they subbed to me. I really appreciate it. You guys are cool.
Hi, Marion Eastman. How are you doing? Marion Eastman's another one of my neighbors. She lives a couple streets over from me.
Oh, that's small world.
Yeah. It's I've been over to her house too. I went over there and she was nice enough to she gave me some because she's got chickens, which I actually want to do a video. I want to go over and show her setup because it's really neat. It's really cool. But she gave me some eggs, and she's just an awesome person.
That's awesome. Never know who
we are going to get into Bigfoot. I think not tomorrow, Mark, but we'll do Bigfoot the next weekend. We're going to be talking about Bigfoot. And hi, Beth Cornett. How are you doing? But yeah, I'm trying to think here. I was going to say something, and then I forgot what I was going to say, and I probably shouldn't do that. Sometimes, no. See, she's shaking her head. No, too.
I was sitting here trying not to sneeze.
Hi, Poppy the Good Troll. Yeah, Amanda's trying to. She's highly allergic to me right now. So.
Faces. So that's why.
And I want to thank the 86 people. We got 86 people in here right now.
Wow, thanks, guys.
And I didn't see if one of my mods can throw the link up there. I didn't see anybody do it. That doesn't mean that somebody didn't do it, but I didn't see it. So if somebody could do that, I'd appreciate it. I know people are over here saying that they subscribe. It's important to remember when you subscribe to somebody, just don't subscribe. Go over and watch some stuff, interact with them, leave them a message. Amanda even agrees with that, right? Yeah, she knows. She knows she does it.
And I've got some short stuff on there, so you don't have to watch anything real long at first, to get a feel of what my channel is.
Oh, that's funny. Aaron said his son said that my beard's as long as his hair. I straightened it today. It's straightened out.
Oh, do you have like a certain type of straightener you use for that?
It's actually, I got it on Amazon, and it was actually it was listed as a beard straightener.
Wow.
It was the best $13 I've ever spent. And
That's
I took
incredible.
a chance on it. The reviews were actually horrible
Really?
on it. But I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. It's $13. I bought it in 2020, right? Probably, yeah. It was like beginning of 2020 I bought it, and the thing works amazing. It just looks like a brush.
Oh.
It's like a heated beard comb.
Nice. Okay.
But it works good. It gets up to like 450 degrees.
That's hot.
Nice.
That's
And when I have
hot.
the oils in it, it makes everything it makes it smell more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I saw Eileen. Eileen, thank you for posting my link. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and Twisted Artley said, if you don't have time to watch something right then, let something play in the background and hit that like button.
Marian Eastman, yeah, I think that's, yeah, no more Black Widows. I've kept my eye out.
There you go. You gotta be careful for that. And then Kentucky Bluegrass Living says Patagonia has a large population of Bigfoot beings, and around Cleveland has some as well. Yeah, I actually have a map. I've shown in an old video. I have a map of all the Bigfoot sightings in Ohio. And thank you for posting, Eileen, as well. I wanted to thank you for doing that. Mark M shaved his hair off again today.
Oh, snap.
Hi, Sonia. How are you doing? And hi, the Vineyard Farmhouse. I saw you in here too. Will it straighten my? It will straighten your beard. The Vineyard Farmhouse. It will straighten all beards. Hey, Crazy Hillbilly. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Bernard Brooks is in here too. Yeah, leave a comment so you don't get unsubbed too. Always make sure you do that when you like some. I've been unsubbed from people before. I think I told you, Kerri, the one after I subscribed to the Crockers, or
Yep.
I did comment on the video, and I got unsubscribed from the Crockers at the beginning. This was years ago, but
Right. YouTube and their antics.
Antics, not antics. Antics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Uh-oh. What happened?
You flipped it.
I didn't, though.
I don't know what's happening now. My phone's having some technical difficulties.
It's back now. What is, can somebody let me know what Kerri's count is? What she's at subscribers right now? Let's see here.
I was at 186 when this started. So, and I appreciate all of you guys subscribing a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, everybody's great. 196. We need 4 more.
Holy moly. Holy moly. Thanks, guys.
To get her to 2. Now you're at 206.
Holy free holies. Thank you, guys.
Go.
Thank you, guys.
YouTube has fleas and ticks. Yep. I don't even want to talk about fleas right now. I don't even want to talk about them. I hate fleas so much. So much. Now you're at 208. You keep going up. That's what I got to be the one when you start to get close to 1,000. I have to be the one that has you on to get you over 1,000.
All right,
we have to do that. We got to make a deal now on that.
Deal.
But I'm really excited to have you on here. It's I'm glad that you're doing a live. Now you're kind of you're dipping your toes in right now.
Right. Exactly.
You're getting your toes dipped in. And how do you feel so far? What do you think?
So far I like it. It's fun. It feels like I'm kind of hanging out and, interacting with people, even though it's still virtual. So I enjoy that part. I can put, some faces to some names, so that is a little, I like that part. Like, I know some of the people in the chat, and that's really cool. That's a cool experience. Yeah, I wasn't really sure how I would feel live. Like, I would be nervous, but it's a lot easier than I think I was psyching myself out in my head for.
Yeah, and that's what Twisted Art Lady said. Going live can be addictive. I can say that that's 100% true. That it very much can get real addictive when you start getting real comfortable. But
yeah,
sometimes it's good just to kind of sit back a little bit and not, because I went live. I was going live like every day for a while. Yeah. And, but going live is an important part to growing too, because you get a lot of hours for going live.
And the other part of that is that, like, as a viewer, I really enjoy live streams. Like, I enjoy interacting and watching lives. So I think, like, with what I want to do with my channel, I want to have that interaction, you know, with people who are following me. Like, I do want to get to know them a little bit and whatnot. And you can only do that really with lives. You know, it's a lot easier to do than just somebody commenting on your video, you know.
Oh yeah, and that's what MT Homestead just said, the same thing. He just backed me up on it and just said lives are where you make the majority of your watch time hours, and that's true. Oh, race car. Let's see. Got Arrowhead Lee Jones in here. How are you doing? And let's see. I was going live quite a lot. That's how I got my hours. People love live interaction. They do. And like you were saying, Kerri, it is good to get to know the people that are in your community, because that's an important part, and kind of gives you a feel about what direction to go with things too. Like, you can learn a lot from the people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've been really lucky that I have a lot of really, really awesome subscribers. And we were talking about things that just kind of throw you off doing YouTube, when we were talking earlier, when we were testing everything out. And I don't even think I've talked about this in a live, but I was actually at the post office and somebody pulled in and they go, "Maddie, Backwoods." And I turn around and I'm like, huh? And it was a subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel horrible right now because I can't, this was like 2.5 weeks ago and I don't remember her name. I should have brought it up when it first happened. But it was really cool to have a Jared Crocker moment in a parking lot. So I thought it was going to be a while before it happened, especially like where I'm at. Like, a lot of people, and I wasn't in the city I live in, which was more wild.
Right.
Like, I'd understand, like, if I was somewhere, like, or I was at like a bait and tackle shop or even the Walmart, somebody coming up and doing that. But being in the post office, when I went to go check my my P.O. box, that was wild.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a wild.
And I know you said that you have had somebody recognize where you were fishing.
Yeah, so I did have that experience, and it was it threw me for a loop, because again, it's not even my hometown. You know, it's a good drive from where I am, and it's private property. And you know, I'm out there fishing, and the next thing I know, I've got a comment that's like, you know, I recognize that land, and I'm just like, in the middle of Oklahoma, like. I never would have thought that somebody would come across my video and recognize that particular piece of land in the middle of Oklahoma. So I guess I've had myself a Jared Crocker moment too.
Yeah. Well, and that's, it's just crazy. It's, I mean, it's super fun though. Like, I think I've told you, I've never felt threatened.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's just something I've just never felt threatened. And I saw there was somebody else, Shaybo Outdoors. How are you doing?
Thank you all for everybody who's saying you subscribed. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm seeing your comments. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Patrick. And Mark M says, maybe Kerri can teach you how to catch more catfish. And like I've said this before, and Kerri knows, like, I'm going for big catfish. That's what I fish for. Kerri wants to fish for big catfish.
I do.
But you go for food. I'm more sports. So like a lot of the stuff I'm using is a lot bigger, and it won't. Some of the smaller catfish won't take the stuff. Like, you were making fun of my gear. All you guys were. You, Preston, and Jared. You're the guys who were like, are you going shark fishing? And I'm like, no, I go for big catfish, so I use big gear. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not cutting anybody down that goes to catch quantity. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. I used to do that too. I used to love going and catching tons of them, but I got burned out on it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it was just the same all the time. And that's what, even you brought that up to me. Because what do you want to start doing now? Yeah,
because once the freezer's full, it's like, all right, I want to catch a big one. And I've already named my big fish. His name is Gil. And when I catch him, I'm gonna have Gil mounted on my wall.
There you go. I named my first one too. I named her Sheena. She was a punk rocker.
Oh, there you go. I mean, naturally.
Let's see here. There's tons of comments going on here. That's why I'm just trying to. Linda Peterson says, when going live, it is like going in front of a mirror and talking. It is easy to do, just like doing your hair in the morning. Talk to yourself. It works. If I was doing that, Linda, in the morning, talking to myself in the mirror, there would be all sorts of beeps and all sorts of stuff. I keep it clean, but usually when I'm going to work in the morning, I'm not a happy man. Darcy wants to see me happy too. Hi, Laura. Let's see here. Mike was wearing a CBR shirt, and a teenager asked him if you were John at Cold Beer Ranch. He told him he was, and the kid flipped out a bit. Backwoods Mindset, I guess all bald guys look the same. That's funny. And I don't think all bald guys look the same, though.
I don't either.
But
maybe from the back.
Now I want to do a study on it. Let's see. Aaron says, you can fish my spot all day long. Don't mean you're going to catch something. Don't know my rigs, bait, and depth and time of year. Yeah, that's the thing. Lately, like, we went through that hot streak there, and it was just hard.
Yeah.
It was just hard. They were deep. Hi, Dewan Applegate. How are you doing? Later, Aaron. Have a good night. That's what it is, Patrick. Everybody does want a big cat. That's what I go for. Paula Harvey says hello to everybody. And can we get an update on Kerri's subscriber count right now, too? Just kind of interested to see where we're at. Yeah, see, Vineyard Farmhouse says, I don't look like Cold Beer Ranch, and I'm bald. Hi, Coy Lake. How are you doing? I think you two guys need to do a fish off together live, both in dresses. I don't think people actually liked seeing me in a dress. I kept my word, though. I'm a man of my word.
You are a man of your word. To be honest, it was kind of painful to watch at times, you know?
Oh, I'm sure. It was painful for me, too, because the bugs were just attacking me because I had a light on me and I was in white. So I was just a magnet.
Looked like white silk.
219 right now.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, Lady Wolverine. How are you doing? She used to go hogging to catch large catfish.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. I have to be real careful with my feet. I'm not so good on them.
Bernard says, wants to know what your name is.
My name is Kerri.
Mark M says Kerri might break her ankle. See, you're going to be known for that for forever now. For forever.
Yeah. For forever.
I was fishing that night because you were messaging me. We were messaging back and forth because she was fishing too. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and like she wasn't messaging me for a little bit. I think didn't I catch a fish?
Yeah,
I think I
you
sent
did.
you a picture of a fish, and like you
Yeah.
weren't messaging me back, and I'm like, wow, she's really salty about this.
Listen,
And then
I
you're
was
like,
salty.
and then I'm getting pictures of your ankle like all blown up.
Yeah, I was like crawling to my car with my stuff, driving myself to the hospital.
Yeah, well, that's awesome though. You should have recorded you dragging yourself,
Oh my God.
like the whole thing, just gone all out on it.
Might have been hard to angle.
That would have gone. Oh no, that's what would have made it better. It would have looked like a horror movie, and like actually crawled on the ground, and you could have been like yelling and help.
It
I'm
felt
sorry
like a
that I'm
horror
laughing
movie.
at your pain, but like that
It's
could have
okay.
gone viral, Kerri.
It's in the past now. It's in the past, so we can laugh at it. But yeah, it was very much like Blair Witch Project, only there wasn't anything chasing after me.
Kentucky Bluegrass Living is asking, where's Buck? Y'all got him in the basement? Buck's at work right now. Still working at the Taco Bell.
Yeah, he does mostly night shifts.
He does night shifts, so
Flinging tacos.
I don't know. He might have a girlfriend now. I don't know what's going on, but he said she works at a school, and she also works in the food industry. So I don't know, but I guess we'll find out.
Buck and his ladies.
Yeah. Hard to set up a camera for the crawl. No, I would have kept the camera in my hand.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have been like
angle.
one.
Yeah, when you're trying to.
I would have one-armed it and like army crawled.
I had to like think about how I was going to actually get all of my stuff out of there. Like I was determined not to leave anything. I had a fire going and I was like, screw it. I'm out. It'll go out. That was before everything got really dry, and burn, vanish. But
Hey, just don't do it again.
right. I don't plan on it. I definitely don't plan on it.
Beth Cornett says there were some really large catfish in Arkansas. It kind of blew your mind how big the catfish are that we have in Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huge. Those are huge.
And the farther you go south, the farther you go south, the bigger they get too.
That's crazy.
So, well, like once you get down to like the Ohio River, like we got some good sized ones. I mean, of course, there's been really, really big catfish caught, bigger than Ohio, but Ohio still has some hefty boys hanging out.
For sure.
Marion says, "Did Buck snag a lunch lady?" You never know. You never know. He very well could have. It is plausible. That's two incomes. He could be a 2-income family.
Forgotten Black Sheep said Kerri should do a reenactment of the ankle.
That would be really funny.
I could do the comedy. I could actually go back to the place.
Do it in black and white. Actually, let's not talk about this here. That way people don't know.
I appreciate you, Forgotten Black Sheep. Like, appreciate you very much.
Hi, Florida Flash. How are you doing? Michigan County, underneath the White Bridge in King County, they have a catfish as big as a Volkswagen. We've been hearing that for years. It's like divers saw it or something like that. Yeah,
I've heard that. Like, that they just sit at the bottom of the dams and.
Yep, you're 220 now.
Wow, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Shabo Outdoors says they have big cats in South Carolina. They do. Carolina's got good big cats.
I bet South Carolina is really pretty too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got quite a few subscribers from South Carolina. Oh, I didn't see. I feel bad now. Bye, Eileen. She said she's going to call it a night.
Oh, bye, Eileen.
Hi, Judy Floyd. We were
Hi,
talking
MX
and missed it. Hi, MX Chick. How are you doing? Yeah. So, when did you start? All right. When did you decide to start a YouTube channel? Well,
So for sure I decided that I was gonna do it right after Shoot Dang Fest. I actually went to Shoot Dang Fest with the intention of just like meeting people because
mhm.
I thought everybody was pretty cool, the people that I had seen on YouTube so far, and it was close. So I was like, why not? Let's go, And then after leaving there, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I kayak. I don't see a lot of people kayaking on YouTube. When I got into kayaking, I was looking for like places to go that, and so I could see it also from like a kayak's perspective. And I just wasn't finding a lot. And so that's where it started. And then literally 3 weeks into having the channel is when I broke my ankle. And then so after that, I just can't sit still. So I've been fishing.
Well,
Since
nothing
then.
wrong with that.
No.
At least you can still do what you love,
Yeah. As long as I'm outside, I'm pretty happy.
So is it safe to say that I was your inspiration?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
There we go.
Solid inspiration.
I just needed to hear it out loud.
You inspired me.
I try to inspire people. It doesn't always work out right though.
Well,
Doesn't always work out right here. Did you make the drawings behind you very pretty?
yes, I did. So I don't know. Let me look up. All of those paintings are mine. And I really enjoy, that's something that I do like when it gets cold outside is I start painting. Again, I can't really sit still, so I've got to kind of keep my mind busy. And yeah, art is a good way to do that.
Mark M says, but I was one of her first few subscribers. Well, that's cool too, Mark. And I'm glad that you subscribed to her because Kerri's my bud. So
yes, thank you, Mark.
Kerri is my female Brian. Is what happened. We figured that out the other night. Yeah. So Shabo Outdoors says still nervous to do a live myself. It does take a little bit to work up. I'll never forget, like I was worried sick doing my first, and I had like technical difficulties the first couple times too. It was a nightmare.
I'm still bad at it. I don't know that I'll ever be good at it.
Yeah, you may.
You look like a natural to me, Amanda.
You're here enough.
I don't know how to talk.
Well, the problem is I talk a lot too.
Right. I don't know where to interject. I don't.
Well, it's just like I feel bad every time I'm talking to you, Kerri.
Oh.
Because I just start like I'll just keep going. Like I talk over you, and I know I do it. I'm just like going a million miles an hour.
Well, I'll talk as well. I'll talk whenever I need to say, when I need to say something. I did see Bernard Brooks asked, Kerri, do you fish by yourself? Yes, I do. So far this summer, I've only fished twice with other people. So one time was with Maddie, Jared, and Preston, Oklahoma Journal and Life, Jared Crocker, and Backwoods. And then the other time was with my dad's cousin, which was my dad's fishing buddy. But the rest of it, I catch my fish, and I also clean, fillet my fish myself too.
Well, and that was kind of fun when we did that fishing too, because like I tried to film it, but like nothing was happening, so it just ended up being a big hangout session.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool because we got to sit back and relax. And
Right.
like, I ended up just like putting everything away because I'm like, well, there's no point. None of us did.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
none of us filmed anything. It was just hanging out, which was cool.
Yeah. Which was my, like, kind of my hope was that it would be, is that y'all could just come and hopefully I wanted you to catch some fish and get that on there, but I also wanted it to be like, you know, bringing you out to my family's property. I wanted it to be comfortable and for you guys to feel like just to have a good time.
That property was just freaking amazing. It's so cool.
It's beautiful. It's
like it's a catfisherman's dream.
Yes. I've got 4 in the ice chest right now because I was out there for a couple hours earlier.
Well, that's what I would keep the catfish out of that pond.
Yeah.
I would stock that with bluegill and like a bunch of bait fish and just stop there, catch my bait, go a quarter mile back to the property and then hit the river.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sick. Like, that's a 1 in a million property.
Yeah. I love it. I'm lucky to have access to it, you know, and that they let me just go whenever I want, you know?
Well, and it's got the bathroom and the sink and a fire pit and like that place is set up. That was really neat.
I mean, like, I don't really have to, I mean, I could like camp out there, you know, but you don't really, I mean, who sets up a tent when you're fishing all night?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People are saying you're great at the skits, Amanda.
Well, that's different because I don't feel like I'm interacting.
And they liked your letter video.
I'm a decent actor. I wrote that letter all on my own.
She wrote that letter all on her own. That I had nothing to do with that. She had to learn from somebody, though. You could almost say that I'm your inspiration. Right?
I told you to do your first letter. That was me.
You did. She did. She's actually the one that told me
I'm your inspiration.
To do my first letter. So she is. That inspiration. Mrs. Backwoods is inspirational. Hi, Brian Wilkerson. How are you doing?
She's a genius.
Somebody's asking where we're from. We got Ohio and Oklahoma. The O states. I guess there's another O state too. Huh?
Oregon?
Yeah.
I feel like there are others. I feel like those are the only ones, but I'm blanking.
No?
No?
I don't think so.
Only O states.
If there are, I can't remember them.
Yeah. I don't know. But we're going to go with it. Hi, Jack's Vibes. How are you doing? Oh, we got open lenses from Minnesota. That's cool. Minnesota's cool, too.
I have never been further. This is going to sound bad. I've never been further north than Illinois. St. Louis, to be exact.
Okay.
Unless Kentucky is further north than Illinois is, but I think St. Louis is the furthest north I've ever been.
Okay. I guess Illinois is up higher than Kentucky is.
Okay.
Because it kind of goes at an angle. Like when I'm going from like Ohio, like, and I'm heading down to Oklahoma, it's like it's a straight line, but it's like gradually going through. So it's like I hit the south part of Illinois.
Right.
I think I'm still above Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah. I think so too. But I think, that's the furthest north I've ever been.
But you got to come up here to Ohio and get some big channel catfish.
I definitely have to come catch a massive catfish up there.
Because we got the...
for sure.
We got the Sandusky Bay, which is just like the mecca of channel catfish. Like, you'll lose your mind when you go there. You'll be like, I don't even know what to do.
I can't imagine catching like a bunch of huge catfish, like massive.
And the thing is, it's almost guaranteed. Like, I don't know if I've ever gone there, and I don't go out there a whole lot just because it's a little bit of a farther drive than what I usually do. It's not. It's like within a half hour of the other place that I fish at, where I got my bridge spot.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, like, it's another half an hour west, so it can turn into a real big trip. So I don't always like to, but it's there's some big, and it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. There's just tons of catfish, tons.
Means it's got to be deep and big.
Yeah.
Plenty for them to eat and grow big.
Mark M says, I think you need to do some noodling. I'm afraid of snapping turtles. That's my fear.
I mean, snapping turtles, beavers, water moccasins. Well, I mean, moccasins are less likely to be in those holes, but I mean, I just don't want to. I just don't want to deal with a beaver. I mean, I don't mind wrestling a huge fish. I like the fight. That's part of the reason. Other than the eating the catfish, that's part of the reason why I like fishing for them, is because they fight.
And I want to say hi to Chris Tackett. He's in here. And Chris is actually somebody else that's from my area. And he brought me floats that he made.
Oh, nice.
We fish like the same spots. Like the exact same spots. Because he messaged me the one day. And I left something down there at the river. I don't remember what it was. But he's like, did you leave something? Or like, he's like, is this your? Oh, it was my bubbler for my bait tank. He's like, did you leave a bubbler down here? And I don't know why, but I think I got a new phone or something. Like, it wasn't saved in there, and I'm like, who is this? And he's like, it's Chris. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, I went out and looked, and I did. I left my bubbler down there, and I'm like, oh, you could just keep that one. It was one of the ones from like Walmart that's like $4 or whatever.
Oh, well, that's great that he asked you. Good looking out, Chris.
Yeah. No, Chris is awesome though. Yeah, he made these homemade floats that are awesome too.
That's awesome.
I was actually using one of them at your property. They were like the pool noodle floats.
Yes.
Super cool though. But Forgotten Black Sheep says, I hate going to St. Louis. I always get lost. I just drive. I've been a couple times, and I always just drive through real quick. But
me too. I've never stopped because there's too many people.
Yeah, I've driven through, and that's it. Yeah, but still, Chris says it's still in his truck. Chris and I need to fish together one night. We need to figure out a time to do that this year. I'll send you a text, man. We'll figure it out.
Good night, Bernard.
So, I don't jug fish.
I do.
But Kerri does.
So, yeah, November 1st in my state is when I can start jug fishing. And I will for sure have some like content on me and my kayak jug fishing. And I kayak year round, so I will be jug fishing all winter for some catfish.
What's that like?
Jug fishing?
No, being able to go year round.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know what that is.
So like last year, I was on the river on the day after Christmas. It was cold. I was bundled up, but
no, I have had Christmas. Like, I've gone. You remember that one year I went on Christmas Eve.
I've gone on Thanksgiving.
And that jerk Santa Claus showed up at my house, trashed the place while I was fishing, left stuff for my kids around the tree, ate the cookies, drank my milk.
For him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
I wasn't happy about it, but I missed that night, that Christmas Eve, I was fishing, and I almost caught a walleye that was, because when it gets to that time of year, I usually in the winter, if I can, I switch over to walleye fishing.
Uh-huh.
And it would have been my personal best walleye if I would have landed this sucker, but I didn't. And then I was casting back out, and I saw 3 sturgeon,
Holy moly.
like at the top of the water coming in, which in my life, and I told you, I've never seen them before. That was the first time seeing them in person.
That's
So
wild.
that was pretty cool. That was Christmas Eve too. That was neat. But I think I ended up catching 1 walleye that night. But
That's pretty good though. I mean, at least, I mean, I could fish for different things, at different times of the year, but it's the catfish. I tend to catch bigger fish in the colder months.
huh. I'm gonna have to check this out. I see. Oh, and Backlash Fisherman was asking where you're from. She's from South Central Oklahoma.
Or just central Oklahoma.
Okay.
South Central Oklahoma is the hood. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like, is it though?
Yeah, it really is. But not, I mean, in places.
Yeah.
I'm from North Central Oklahoma.
North Central. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm technically from the Middle East. Is where we live. We live in the Middle East.
Sure.
That's where Ohio is, right?
Yeah. Because you're not in the Northeast, are you?
No, I am. I'm pretty.
Oh, you are. You are.
Yeah.
Well, the Northeast.
Far north.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess Ohio does kind of go up a little bit over by like Erie.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we're what, 5 miles from Lake Erie?
Right. We're right up at the lake.
So yeah, we're pretty far north, but in the country, we're Middle East.
Right.
We're in the Middle East, but we're considered Midwest.
I was gonna say they call it the Midwest, but it's not West
At all.
I've never even been west. I've never been west of Ohio.
I don't take a man anywhere.
I don't go.
You sit at home with the dogs.
You stay home with the
Somebody's
dogs.
got to babysit them. She's out. She's out like a light. Open lens. We don't do politics on here.
Oh yeah.
But I'll just say this: looking at me, I think you can figure it out. But maybe you can't. I don't know. But no, we just don't. I just don't do politics. Stay away from it.
I don't either. It's not really my thing. I mean, I care about politics, but I don't care to talk about it,
Yeah, I'm more of a, and I've talked to you about that before. I'm like more of a take care of myself, not,
Yep. Same.
Yep. Let's see here. North Carolina.
Yeah, I see people talking about the Middle East, that North Carolina is the Middle East.
Well,
I thought North Carolina was in the South.
But North Carolina is technically in the middle, like, because you got Florida, Georgia, Georgia, South Carolina right there, and then you go
North
up.
Carolina.
Then you got North Carolina. So it's right in the middle.
So then Kentucky is over, right? But yeah,
Kentucky's right below me.
Right. But isn't Kentucky considered the South?
I think some people do.
Because it's below the Mason-Dixon line, right? Because I always joke that I never thought I would have to drive north and east to get to the south.
Yeah,
Because I'm from the Midwest.
That. I don't know. What is the people in chat? What is the Mason-Dixon line cut through?
Yeah, they'll know. They'll know.
Hi, Fish Ranch Aquatics. How are you doing? Music Loving Fool says, newsflash, everything is political. If you haven't noticed, there is a saying, when a good man do nothing, the same could be said for those who say nothing, hence the masking, stay silent. Sure.
Chris Tackett, I am through and through a hillbilly then.
We don't call Kentucky South. It's just hillbilly like West Virginia. And that's funny.
Fair, you know.
All right, so Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Mississippi, which is crazy because West Virginia,
Kentucky was neutral.
can technically be higher
Yeah.
than Kentucky.
See?
Part of West Virginia. So, because I can get to West Virginia quicker than I can get to Kentucky.
Weird. That's wild.
Just below Missouri. During the Civil War, Ohio was north. Kentucky
was south.
Okay.
Yeah, so I always joke because Oklahoma's in the Midwest, right? You know, and so I always joke that it's such a weird concept to drive north and east to go to the south.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the South a lot.
I do too. I love it here. Well, even though we're considered the Midwest, I mean, we're south of everything else. So this is the South. You know?
Lee Jones says it's graded on a curve. Okay.
Are you willing to take a field test? Ooh, Cold Beer Ranch just showed up.
Cold beer. We've been on for an hour. It's okay though. You're busy getting property. Texas is south, says Cold Beer. You know what? It is.
See?
But it's still north of Mexico. So how south is it?
It's South North America.
It is. It's south north. North. Yeah, south north south.
It's South Central. No, it's not South Central America.
Oh, you were watching the Astros? Are they still cheating, Cold Beer? Are they still cheating? Or did they stop doing that? I can't even say the name of my baseball team anymore. We're in first place though in our division. Right now. I guess I'll take that. Still winning. There you go.
There you go, yeah.
So Cold Beer, and this is the thing. So like when I played like all the baseball games when I was a kid, I would always pick the Astros, and then I would build them up and make them good. So like I would trade and like I'd get all the good players and put them on the Astros because I always liked the Astros stadium. The Houston Astros have a cool stadium.
I've driven past it.
Have you? Yeah, I've never been that far south. Arrowhead says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. John Wiggs is a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
John Wiggs, though, is the rest of my family.
The Cleveland or baseball team, They're called the Guardians now. So we have a bridge that's, what is it, 5 minutes from us, that goes over into downtown, and they have these statues that are gigantic that are on the bridge, and they're like angels, isn't it what they are? I'm like,
yeah,
but they call them the Guardian statues, so that's why they.
I see. I see.
But yeah, so that's what they went by, and they pretty much kept the same lettering,
right?
And just added some letters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally. I mean, they kind of go together, but you know, it is cold beer. Yeah, they'll always be the Cleveland Indians to me. So that's what I grew up with, and I'll always love them. We had good baseball teams for a long time. That's like the one thing that Cleveland had, and our other owners of the sports teams don't like to do to do any good, and they're just I don't know. I get really angry about sports in Cleveland. I've been beat up my whole life. Open Lens says, as far south I have been is the Philippines. Ooh. We do have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too, which is pretty cool. We got some cool stuff. We got the aquarium.
You got Dave Chappelle in Ohio.
We have Dave Chappelle. We had LeBron James.
See?
I mean, I know. I mean, we literally, he's ours. I mean, he was born here.
Yeah.
So you're at 225 right now, young lady.
Woohoo! Thank you guys. Appreciate you all.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think, because I don't want to go too much longer. Because I have to make cornbread for a church picnic tomorrow.
And I may or may not have to go catch more fish.
Yeah, you were talking about that, about going back out. So
yes.
Rapid fire. Let's do this. We'll get off here in 5 minutes. Okay. Rapid fire. If you have questions for Kerri, now's the time to do it.
What do you want to know?
What do I want to know?
No, I was saying that to the people, but I mean, unless you have questions too, I mean, I'll answer yours.
The winch. Oh no, somebody else. That was a question for somebody else. That wasn't for you. I go through Houston every weekend for 2 months fishing for flounder. Huh.
Wow.
I never thought of flounder fishing in Texas. Who knew? You learn something new every day. What's your favorite fishing bait?
So I don't like the way it smells, but I definitely like the way it produces. I use chicken liver a lot. Or I will cut up chicken gizzards because they stay on the hook better, and I will mix them in with the chicken liver so it's got the, chicken liver flavoring, and use gizzards. So yeah, all the nasty stuff.
What's your favorite way to cook fish?
Frying it, unless it is from the ocean, and then that's different.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Karen asks, do you work besides YouTube, Kerri?
Yes. I am a physician auditor. I work in healthcare.
I'm going to let you answer cold beers. He says, when I watch Kerri's videos, she catches fish. But when I watch Maddie, he doesn't. Why is that?
Why is that, Matt? Or why is that? Yeah, why is that, Maddie?
I'm going to let you explain why you catch and why I don't.
Okay, so I catch because I am catching for meat. I'm a meat hunter, whereas Maddie is a sport fisherman. And I would like to be a sport fisherman at some point, but I'm more concerned at this point about putting fish in my freezer.
But that freezer's full now, Kerri. You have to come over to the dark side.
It's time. It's time.
Where you come over and we just try to catch big ones, and it's like deer hunting.
It is. I've thought about that. Like, it's very much like deer hunting.
Yeah. And Vineyard Farmhouse is saying, tell people that subscribe to Kerri to leave a comment on one of her videos, and so that their subscription does stick. So, yeah, everybody, make sure that you do that. Interact with it, like it, leave a comment, make sure you watch it, and make sure that you keep up with her because she's got good content. I wouldn't have had her on here and been hanging out with her if she wasn't a friend and I didn't like her content.
Appreciate it.
So, let's see here. Arrowhead says, I have to go to Louisiana to catch my flounder now. Which I never would have thought of flounder, and I don't know. I just guess I never would have thought of it, but
I would never have thought that either. And I would also love to go to Louisiana.
And hi, Pafford Homestead. How are you doing? When will Kerri go live? That's a good question, Mark. And I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot. And we talked about this before we were going live, and we said that we'd bring that up. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking you're going to do it regularly, or?
I do think I'm going to do it regularly. I think possibly Saturday evenings, I'm going to try to do my lives. And that may change with the seasons. But for right now, if I've got a good audience, and you guys want to hang out, I will definitely hang out with you on Saturday evenings.
There you go. Saturday evenings. You heard it here on the Backwoods Mindset channel with Mrs. Backwoods, who talks briefly from here to there. But and I want to say hi to 12 Stones Ranch. He's in here. And Raptor Ranch.
Hey, 12 Stones.
That sounds horrifying, Raptor Ranch. Can you imagine, like, having a ranch that's like Jurassic Park? And just coming out of you?
You'd have to live underground.
I'm afraid of dinosaurs. When the government starts releasing dinosaurs, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Going underground.
Can we eat dinosaur meat? Like, how do you do that? Like how long do you cook dinosaur meat for? Like, this is a whole new thing. Like, can you cook dinosaur meat? Can you undercook it?
What temperature does it need to be cooked at? That's the most important question.
Low and slow, of course, because you want that meat to fall apart. I'm coming up with all sorts of ideas in my head right now.
There's the Dinosaur Valley is in Texas. Like, maybe we could go find some petrified stuff to figure out.
Patrick says, buy a bigger pew pew. Bake it. Oh, here we go. Cold Beer Ranch says bake at 425 for 30 minutes.
Oh,
I wouldn't know.
Is it 30 minutes per pound like a turkey though?
He said internal temp 175. I'm gonna write this down.
Just like alligator, says Chris Tackett.
Because they are truly dinosaurs.
Sounds right.
But fry it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bread it and fry it like alligator nuggets. I was really mad because there was a county fair that's not too far from me, and I didn't go, but they always have the alligator nuggets there, and I didn't get to go this weekend. I guess I still could go tomorrow after the church picnic to go get some gator nuggets.
Gator nugs. You got to go get them.
You use dinosaur poop to disguise your body scent. Just jump into it. Hey, that makes sense. I mean, I do it with deer pee, so.
Everything's better fried. That's what Chris Tackett said.
Not dinosaur poop, though. dinosaur poop's not butter fried. But who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe dinosaur poop's a delicacy in some circle.
I can tell you right now, dinosaur poop in any form is for sure a delicacy.
Linda Peterson says dinos need to be slow cooked and have a 178-degree temp. Gator ribs are great to eat with gator head soup.
I think I would be very intimidated to eat the gator while I was looking at its head in the soup.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think it'd be delicious. I think I'd be thinking about too much about how good the meat is. Most people don't understand. I am a meat connoisseur. And I'm not kidding. I probably eat a week meat wise. I'm probably like 12 to 15 pounds of meat a week.
So you're a carnivore mainly.
Like, I freaking love meat. Like, I don't think there's a meat that I won't eat. I eat it all. And it's like, there's times where I'll just sit down and just, like, she's seen me do it. I'll just, like, take ground beef and just cook it and just sit with a big bowl of ground beef and just eat ground beef. Nothing else. Nothing else, just the meat.
My kid does that too. But you gotta like meat, just eat it by itself. Like that.
12 Stones Ranch says, Kerri, you need a trained raptor to help you fish.
Oh my gosh. If I had a trained raptor, it would not just help me fish.
I personally like to pop the gator eyeballs. Taste delicious too. Fatty Batty. Yep. That's what I was laughing because Jared, I don't know, did you see Jared's picture of the his chest mount for his GoPro got sent to the wrong address?
No.
And I sent him a picture, the picture of it that he posted, and I was like, dude, I'm like, doesn't it look like he's got a tiny cowboy hat on his head? And like you could see like a gut like in the shadow. And he messages me back and he's like, it kind of looks like you. Like there was no like picture of the person. It was just like the shadow. But like there's like this gut. He literally sent it to me right before we went live. I was like,
That's hilarious.
Karen says she's about to gag because of all the weird meat. I don't know. I don't think there is such a thing as weird meat. The only thing I'll never eat is canine.
Yeah, I won't eat dog. And
no, like coyote. Like I have no interest in it whatsoever. Not just dog. I mean, even like I wouldn't like even if I had the opportunity to eat wolf or coyote. Yeah. Like I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either. My instinct with that is to try. I would want to train them. I wouldn't want to eat them. I'd be like, nah, I need these guys. But I don't. Dog, cat, neither one of those. Like canine, feline, neither one of those.
I've had squid.
I've had squid. I have had. I think the weirdest thing I've probably had, I guess it depends on where you're from, but I've had duck liver that I actually thought was steak. I thought it was beef because of the way it was, and I'm not a liver person. I don't like liver. Not a fan. And then I've had calf fries and mountain oysters, which are two different things, but they're the same, kind of the same thing on two different animals, I
didn't know what mountain oysters were. Somebody actually had a message and tell me one time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're not from around that area, how are you going to know, right? Like,
turtle I have had. I like turtle. I've had a lot of stuff. Balls.
That's
That's what we call them up here, BBs.
BBs.
Yeah. Just try to be a little more PC. But anyways, we've gone way over the 5
Yeah,
minutes.
man.
We're at 15 minutes over now.
That went by very quick.
It did. And I want to thank everybody for being in here too. Cold Beer says tongue, and I have had tongue before. I just like meat a lot. A lot. Maybe I'll do one where I go to one of those all-you-can-eat steak places one night, and just go to town. I can go to Texas de Brazil.
Yes.
And just
Hey,
go to town on some meat and just have people watch me eat meat.
That you could do that.
And you're at 228 subscribers right now.
Holy cow. Thank you guys.
So
thank you guys.
I want to thank everybody here. I'm going to get up and get closer to the camera so you can see my seriousness. Okay. I want to thank everybody. Okay. For being in here, for dealing with me, because that's what you guys do on a weekly basis, sometimes more than once. But I want to thank Kerri for taking time out of her Friday away from fishing, because we were thinking about fishing together, and we were like, I was like, you know what, maybe like doing your first live, maybe we should do like a sit down where we could talk more and we're not trying to pay attention to everything we're doing.
Right.
So to end this off, what did you think? What do you think about a live? You think you could be pretty comfortable doing it?
Yeah, I think so. I enjoyed it. I definitely am glad that there were, everybody showed up, and that makes it, right, is the people who show up. So I'm really grateful for that.
Especially we both had a lot of mutual people in here that we talk to regularly. So
yeah, and I really enjoyed that. Now I get them all to myself. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
You'll have that too. And the winch, good night. And Cold Beer, I want to thank you for taking time, because I know that you're busy trying to get that new ranch and do all that stuff, and that's exciting. I'm so happy for you, man. Wanted to tell you that. We're looking right now, me and Mrs. Backwoods, we are too. So that's exciting for you. And I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do with that. But everybody have a good night. We're going to get out of here. Kerri's probably going to go fish, and maybe you'll get a video out of that. Maybe, you never know.
Maybe.
You never know what I'm going to go make cornbread for church tomorrow, our church picnic. So you guys all have a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Toodles, y'all.